Hey guys, so as y'all know, when me and the pups were in Buffalo, the straps on my pack broke, and we had to go back to using a haversack and a bedroll and whatever else we were able to carry. Uh, we ended up getting a wagon along with our 5 gallon bucket, but I wanted to show you guys, give y'all an idea of what would be possibly in a bedroll, and I'm talking about a hobo style. A lot of times when I look up stuff like this on YouTube or whatever, it's usually, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like, it's always Walmart related shit. I don't even know where the hell the sleeping bag came from. It was just given to us the day we got Marley. But anyways, I wanted to show you guys what's inside of my bedroll and my haversack. And the haversack itself, I believe, I know it's U.S. military. I just don't know exactly what year or timeline it is, but we'll go through that last. So let's get the bedroll opened. Before I do that, just to explain the outside of it, for cooking and such, I use this is like the cup to a military canteen. I got this for $5.99 Gillette a couple days before we got arrested last week. And then for to keep the bedroll up, we got two straps that keep it closed, and sometimes I have sometimes I got a bungee cord wrapped right here in the middle, depending on what I have inside of there. And then it just has a really nice white strap to go basically on my back. So let's get this thing open and see what we got in here. Alright, so first off, the sleeping bag itself is a mummy bag that, as I mentioned, was given to us from a lady in the town of Lander the day I got Marley. And the good thing about this is that depending on the time of year and the weather and such, usually I have sleeping bags during the fall and winter time, and then during the spring and summertime, instead of using a sleeping bag, I use a wool blanket, which is at the moment at my mother's house. But we're gonna be using this for probably for a while. It was raining earlier, so it looks a little wet, but it's not that bad. So aside from that, what I got is, let's move this over here. We got a change of clothes, shirt, my Flectarn uniform. I switched out and went back to BDUs. Let's see, let's move this over here. Extra pair of pants or jeans and another shirt. And some socks. We have those UST survival tools from the bug out bag I did a review on several months back. This, if y'all remember, is the Kogun's lightweight emergency tube tent. We ended up getting this while we were over in Buffalo, mainly to just in case, if I was in like a bad storm or something, or just a bad storm, or maybe even snow and such. Not a really bad storm, but like a light rain that I can't get out of, or snow and stuff like that. But we haven't even used it yet, so whatever. Right here, if y'all remember, this is that 5x7 lightweight tarp from the outdoor company. Because the fact that Marley decided to get the damn thing destroyed, well, ruined on the prongs, I decided that we're gonna, in case it rains out or if the ground is wet and such, this tarp would be under the sleeping bag to make sure that water doesn't come up. So we'll move that over there. Trash bag, can use it as a poncho and as a shelter of some sort, or if I'm in an area like a beach, in the middle of nowhere, especially like Galveston Peninsula, or if I'm out in the middle of the woods and I find trash, I can put trash inside of this. We got a small digging shovel, which I believe a lot of people overlook, mainly due to the fact that a lot of times they go for the commercial trench shovels and such. This has done the same thing for me, and it was only $1.50 at True Value hardware store, so this comes in handy a lot. This is just a bunch of cough drops. Got my hatchet. I've had this for probably since early 2015. This is the same one my grandmother Doreen gave to me. Yeah, it's a little rusted and not as sharp as it used to be, but it still gets the job done, so can't complain. Just a fair weather winter hat. We got a saw. This is something Doreen also gave to me. Again, I've had it since early 2015. I use it to cut wood if I can't use my saw or my hatchet and such. I usually at least try to make sure I have at least one of the two here, because of the fact that it's easier for me to make a hatchet from just wood and different type of rocks than it is for me to make a saw. Easier, not easier. And then last but not least, in this one, we got that water canteen that I got when I was in Santa Fe. So let's look at our haversack real quick. Alright, so when we were in Gillette the first time, before we went down to Wright, we stopped by the Army-Navy surplus store. And I picked up a pair of thermals for $10. I picked these new boots up. These are rat something, I can't remember. These are Marine style boots from the year 2015, and I confirmed that with my younger brother, who's a United States Marine. Those were $10, and then this haversack itself was $7. And I don't really know anything about this other than I'm pretty sure it's maybe pre-80s, judging by the color and how it feels and such, and the texture. I mean, not the texture, but the just the way it feels. If you have ammo or a gun, you can put some extra ammo right here. First off, right up here, I got those three different three light sticks from that UST bug out bag. Again, put inside of here. The only time and reason I would ever use these is if we're like in the middle of the highway. Well, I wouldn't say middle of the highway, but if we're on the side of the highway, especially in Texas where it's illegal to hitchhike and it's the middle of the night, which is what I was trying to say earlier, then I can use these and crack it and leave it on the sidewalk, set up camp on the grass next to the road, and people will know there's at least something there. Maybe somebody could stop and give us a ride. A bunch of matches. Also for light, we got that rechargeable flashlight. Works pretty good. I've actually used this the other night when I needed it. Let's see what else. Toothbrush, can't go wrong with brushing your teeth. We got the UST bandana. This has, I believe I've already mentioned this before, but this has a lot of good information on it that I like. Especially since the fact I'm usually stuck in the middle of goddamn nowhere, and I don't feel like looking that crap up. We got an extra pair of socks, an extra belt. Let's see here. We got the UST survival blanket, which I believe I've already explained this in a previous video. Right here we got a bunch of tent stakes, and we also have a box cutter, which obviously it's supposed to cut boxes, but as long as it has a blade in it, I really don't care, as long as it gets the job done. This is the Coghlan's hammock, the one I bought when we were in Buffalo recently. I've already done a video talking about this, and hopefully eventually once we reach into South Dakota, we can start, especially in the Black Hills, we can start setting up with the hammock instead of sleeping on the ground, especially since it's snowing and raining right now. What else we got in here? We got the SOL survival kit. I already done a review on that. Let's see, in the last two items, we got 100 feet of, well, I wouldn't say 100, probably about 50 to 75 feet of sorry, a little tired. We got paracord. and then just an emergency whistle. So, I mean, that's everything. You're about to see pictures right here in a minute of what I look like with everything on. So, thanks for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, yada, yada, yada. Y'all know the bullshit. I gotta go. I'm tired.